Have you ever felt like God is on D&D? Do not disturb. You have prayed and prayed and prayed. You have done the most radical midnight prayers. You've done the longest fasting you know. You've cried your eyes out. You sang praises and you've danced in faith and in anticipation of your victory. You have done Hallelujah Challenge. You have done NSPPD, dressed like a miracle. You have waited and trusted patiently. You've done everything within your power, yet no answer. So now it feels like you no longer have the words to pray because you have exhausted all your prayer points. You're tired of repeating yourself. You've boasted with God, yet there is no evidence to show. So now it seems like God is giving you the silent treatment. Now, so what do you do? Now, in those moments when I felt this way, this was something I wrote in my journal and I wanted to share this. When you're angry with your parents, you can storm out of the house temporarily or pack your things and move out permanently. But when you're angry with God, where do you go? Because everything around you, including the air that you breathe, screams God. You can't storm out of earth. Even if you consider suicide, you're still going to face him in the afterlife. So where do you go? God is God. Now, the feeling of God's silence can be quite frustrating, to be honest. It tests your faith, it tests your knowledge of God, and even your spirituality. Now, in times where I have felt like God was silent, especially after I have done all the things that I listed earlier, my final resort was to wait on Him. Because one thing I've learned in my Christian journey is that God answers prayers in 3 ways. Sometimes He says yes, no, or wait. Now, while waiting, what do? I continue to tarry in His presence. I continue to seek clarity and grace to pull through, because that's all I have, basically. And I am also reminded of the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the book of Daniel chapter 3. If you know me, you know I tell this story a lot because I find the boys fascinating. Their faith is just mind-blowing. Now, they were thrown into the fire. Now, even though God did not stop them from being thrown into the fire, He stood as the 4th person with them inside the fiery furnace. Now, what does this tell me? This tells me that God can be silent but not absent. I'll say that again. God can be silent but not absent. So even when we don't understand God's ways, when we feel angry with God, the reality is that we have nowhere to go. There's nowhere else to go but to Him and Him again, because we live and breathe through Him. All we are and all we have are through Him. So if you're going through life is lifing, things are not going as planned, I may not have the magic answer that you're looking for right now. But if you feel like God is silent right now, just remember that no one shouts when they are right next to you. I'll say that again. If you feel like God is silent right now in your life, remember that no one screams, no one raises their voice, no one has to shout when they are right next to you.